Hi, so I want to use this video to quickly go over what mastery checks are because this might be a new thing to you. So you're going to see mastery checks at the end of every unit, and this is kind of what they'll look like. I'm going to give you the rundown of what we'll go through, but it's going to have a mastery check question or two in there. It's going to list your criteria for mastery. It's going to have a spot where I can kind of give you some feedback on if I think you did the mastery correctly or if you might need to revise it. And I can offer strength suggestions or questions I might have so that we can kind of have a back and forth conversation to make sure that you got the understanding that you needed out of the unit. All right, so here's what to expect with the master units. Again, you're going to do them at the end of each unit. The purpose is really to make sure that you got what I needed you to get out of this unit before you move on to the next one. Especially with the soccer course and the way we're designing it, there's a lot of building of knowledge, and to help you to get to that final project point, it's really important that you are getting what I need you to get out of the course along the way. Once you've submitted it, I'll give it a review. I might provide you some feedback regarding your strengths. In your mastery check, some suggestions or questions I might have. Again, this is meant to be a two-way dialogue, so you and I can communicate back and forth on what I'm seeing. And if you show mastery, you can move on to the next unit. Now, I understand that this is like a self-paced asynchronous course, and so you might submit to me a mastery check at 10 o'clock at night. Totally fine. You can keep going on to the next unit, but we may revisit some pieces to really make sure that as you're moving forward, you're understanding what I need you to understand. If you don't show mastery, that's fine. We'll just go back and review the assignment. You can redo it based off of feedback, but it's important, again, that you get that solid understanding so that your future lessons that you're doing in this course are more understandable. If you don't get it done on your own after 2 attempts of us kind of going back and forth virtually, then it is totally fine. We can meet in person, do a virtual meetup or that type of thing, or we can meet in person at school at some point to go over it. So not really meant to be like a high stress, high stakes mastery piece, but really just are you getting what I need you to understand in order to be completing this course successfully? So here's what I'll be looking for. Understanding. Did you do that mastery check? Do you show understanding for what I needed you to get? These next 3 pieces are really important, especially with this project process. Are you being original? Are you citing evidence from your learning to help guide your process moving forward? And are you showing logical reasoning? So to break that down a little bit further, originality. Do you demonstrate original thinking, individual style, creative problem solving? That's what we're trying to get into this higher level scientific thinking that I'm asking you to do in this project course. Do you provide compelling evidence and provide compelling and accurate evidence in the form of facts, quotes, and data to support your perspective? And I'm going to be asking you for those things in your practice assignments along the way. And then do you show logical reasoning? So are you giving me a well-organized, logical, and convincing answers or feedback on your mastery check to show that you're ready to move on? So you'll have these practice assignments throughout the unit that will be graded, but you'll also have these mastery checks that kind of take everything that you've been learning and put them into a piece that you're going to keep moving along with along the way. So these will have a little bit higher point value to them, but again, it's meant to be a dialogue process. That's how project-based learning goes. So you and I will work together to make sure that you're successful in completing these mastery checks, gaining understanding, and moving on through the course.